Hello guys, welcome to the P102.3. In this lecture, we are going to resume the process of discussing Avogadro number. So we have stopped someplace, and I've received a couple feedbacks. So I'm going to tell them. Uh, the first one is that my video lectures are a bit too long for a single sitting. So I'm going to break it up into smaller parts so that you will be and more comfortable with looking at smaller things at the single sitting. Okay. And also the second thing was that my sound was a bit inaudible. So I'll do better, and I'll try to do better with some modulating. And if it's the same problem again and again, I'll fix it anyway. I'll look at other options. With that aside, I'm going to introduce what we have discussed earlier in a smaller part, a smaller capsule, that we have seen a bigger part consisting of smaller materials. So big materials consisting of smaller parts, each individual parts, we can focus that part and see that there is a unit substance present, right? So that's how you describe unit system. Now, in physics, we describe, in reality, we use some unit system. One of such unit is called mole, right? 1 mole. 1 mole means the average mass of a molecule. So it's an average mass of a molecule. Okay, that's 1 mole. So what does it mean? It means that it's the amount of mass present in a universal part of a molecule. Okay, that's the biggest, the smallest unit mass that we have. So how can we define that? We can say, we can consider hydrogen atom where an electron is rotating around a proton. So that's the basic structure, and we can use it as a unit. We can use it as a unit to multiply with some number, and we get our system of units, or our bigger set of particle. How much big is another particle compared to hydrogen? We can use the unit system, but in reality we use a different kind of system, which is called a carbon system. We use carbon 12, the mass of carbon 12, and we divide it with 12, and we get the substance present in that. That's 1 mole. So that's the definition of 1 mole. It's the amount of mass or average substance present in carbon 12, 1 by 12th of a carbon particle. Okay, so if you take 18 milliliters of H2O, that's 1 mole of H2O water. So you can divide it with some number, that's 6.02 times 10 to the power 23. I have, in the last lecture I have used 28, which was an error. Okay, I need to correct it right now. Per mole, if you use this, you divide it with this number, you get around 30 angstroms, right? So this means the smallest particle in angstrom cubic angstrom. So the smallest particle present inside an H2 atom is called, is of the size of 30 angstrom cubes. Okay, that's the smallest particle that it can have. So where does this Avogadro number come from? When you look at a system of particles, you can see the total amount of substance, right? The total amount of substance will be proportional to the total amount of substance, which is called 1 mole. 1 mole, not mole. Total amount of substance present in will be mole. So that will be proportional to the number of particles. If it is a one particle system, then it's 1 mole. So it is proportional to the total number of particles inside that mole, or inside that whole system. Okay, depending on that. Now you understand that there is a proportionality there, and for that proportionality as a constant, we introduce, if you say it's the 1 mole is proportional, which is means mole must be equal to, right, NP by Na. Okay, that's the proportionality constant. I've You can introduce it in this side as well. Okay, you can delete that and you can introduce it in this side. It's much better. So you use a proportionality constant. This constant Na is called the Avogadro number. So Na is in definition total number of particles divided by the total molar amount of substance. Total amount of substance. Okay, so that's the amount number of particles present in one unit system. That's called Avogadro number. So the total amount of particles inside one system. I want you to be clear about that. Now with that also in place, now let's find out something called molar mass. So molar mass is equal to the total mass divided by total substance, amount of substance. This amount of substance is called mole, right? The amount of substance inside one particle is called a mole. There is clarification, I guess there is clarification. The amount of substance in one single unit is called 1 mole. This is the total amount of substance. If you divide that, you get, you can substitute the amount of substance, right? Amount of substance can be substituted as n p by na. So you get tm, total mass, um, total mass times na by np. So that's how you define molar mass. A molar mass, a mass of a molecule, will be equal to the total mass times Avogadro number divided by the number of particles present inside. So that's basic representation of all the units that we require in future. I hope you understood the concepts clear, and this is a short video as I mentioned earlier, and I guess that's it. Thank you.